You wake up, and before your feet touch the floor, you reach for your phone. The glow of the screen greets you, and within seconds, you are flooded with images of other people's lives. Vacations in places you've never been, smiles that look wider than yours, bank accounts that seem heavier than yours, bodies that appear stronger, younger, more beautiful, and somewhere inside, that whisper rises again. Where did I go wrong? It is a painful thought, and yet it's one we return to over and over, because we have been conditioned to believe that life is a race, and we are always behind. Someone is younger and already successful. Someone is older and still more stable than we are. Someone seems to have built the perfect family, the perfect body, the perfect future, and in comparison, we feel incomplete. But here's the truth. What you are seeing is not life. It is theater. It is the highlight reel, not the reality. No one posts the sleepless nights, the quiet tears, the moments of doubt that every human carries. We are comparing our behind the scenes to someone else's polished performance, and that comparison is poison. Psychologists call it social comparison theory. Our minds instinctively measure ourselves against others, but in the digital age, those measurements are distorted. You are not comparing yourself to your neighbor anymore. You are comparing yourself to billions of curated illusions. And of course, in that comparison, you always lose. So where are we going wrong? We are going wrong in believing the illusion. We are going wrong in treating success as a single universal template. We are going wrong when we think youth equals value, money equals happiness, beauty equals worth. The truth is much harsher, but also much more liberating. You're not supposed to look like anyone else. You're not supposed to move at the same speed as anyone else. You're not supposed to live someone else's story. Think about it. The people you admire, the celebrities, the entrepreneurs, the influencers, the leaders, they don't share your exact struggles, but they have their own. And if you could see behind the curtain, you would realize that they too wrestle with insecurity, with doubt, with regret. The difference is not perfection. The difference is persistence. We go wrong when we wait for perfect conditions. We wait to feel confident before we try. We wait to feel worthy before we love ourselves. We wait for some grand sign before we begin living. And while we wait, life moves on without us. Confidence does not come first. It comes last. It is built through action, through failing, through trying again. The people you think are fearless are simply people who acted despite fear. And another place we go wrong is in how we define success. Somewhere along the way, we accepted someone else's definition. More money, more status, more recognition. But what good is wealth if you are miserable? What good is beauty if you hate yourself in the mirror? What good is attention if you feel empty when the applause ends? We have confused visibility with value. We have confused popularity with purpose. We have confused noise with meaning. And so we chase shadows, thinking they will fill the void. But fulfillment does not come from being seen. It comes from being aligned. Aligned with what you value, aligned with what makes your life feel honest, aligned with the quiet voice inside that says, "This matters to me," even if no one else notices. So maybe the real question is not where did I go wrong, but where did I stop listening to myself? When did I trade authenticity for approval? When did I start measuring my life with someone else's ruler? When did I begin doubting the path that was uniquely mine simply because it didn't look like theirs? You are not failing because you are different. You are failing only if you refuse to begin. Another mistake we make is thinking struggle means we're on the wrong path. But struggle is not a detour. It is the path. Growth does not happen in comfort. Strength is not built when everything is easy. Every failure, every delay, every rejection is not proof of your weakness. It is proof that you are trying. You may think, but I should be further by now. Further compared to what? Compared to whom? Life is not linear. Some people bloom at 16, some at 60. Some succeed quickly and lose it all. Others rise slowly and never fall. You are not late. You are alive. That is enough. We go wrong when we think happiness is a destination. When I earn this much, I'll be happy. When I look this way, I'll be happy. When I achieve this title, I'll be happy. But every time you arrive, the finish line moves. The hunger does not end. It grows. Real peace comes when you stop running the race you were never supposed to win. When you realize that the point of life is not to outshine others, but to outgrow yourself. To wake up each day a little wiser, a little kinder, a little more aware. And here's another place we go wrong. We think mistakes define us. We think failure is permanent. But failure is simply feedback. It tells you what doesn't work so you can find what does. Every person you admire has failed more times than you've even tried. So, where are we going wrong? We are going wrong when we forget that worth is not earned. It is inherent. You are not valuable because of what you achieve. You are valuable because you exist. No title, no bank account, no follower count can change that. The world will always try to convince you that you are missing something, that you need this product, this achievement, this transformation before you can feel whole. But the truth is, you were whole before you began comparing. Ask yourself, what would life feel like if you stopped measuring it by the illusions of others? What if you measured it instead by how present you are with the people you love, by how deeply you pay attention to the little things, by how bravely you chase what excites your soul, by how freely you give your love, your kindness, your gifts? Where we go wrong is in thinking life is about being impressive. Life is not about being impressive. It is about being authentic. It is about being awake to the short, fragile miracle of your existence. So stop asking, where did I go wrong? Start asking, what can I do with where I am right now? You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not failing. You are becoming. And the only true mistake, the only real failure, is wasting your life chasing someone else's version of success while ignoring your own.